Hello everyone, I am Now0 and we are back again talking yet again about Buster Baxter because it appears that he cannot stop melting down on Twitter. He's still melting down even as we speak, more likely. But we're going to go through a couple things on the Rippaverse Goalposts Twitter account, and then we're going to go through all the tweets he made today around Air July and Rippaverse and all that kind of stuff. But as of today, or last night, campaign did end. Currently sitting at 2.351 million. You can always go to the store and you can still purchase all of these items here while supplies last for cover A, cover B, cover C, the short box, and all of this stuff, the shirts. This will always be here. This will always be here. These are the mass print covers for items 1 and 2 respectively. I believe this stuff is staying for a while, but let's start here with my channel comments based on people whoever's commenting about this video I made yesterday. So we'll start here. It's like watching a bunch of golems crying and going into nerd rage mode for their preciouses. It's like, yet you know what Lord of the Rings are, dude. You know what Lord of the Rings is because you're using this. Again, this isn't even an insult. Y'all the type of people that are getting into the nerd stuff that nerds were into years and years and years ago. Using same old insults like neckbeard and incel. Gotta do my part to help the disabled. Yeah, gotta do your part to help my algorithm. I love it. I love when haters don't understand how algorithms work on YouTube, and anything you do like commenting, liking, and disliking helps my algorithm. So I appreciate your view and I appreciate you crying about me after you've watched my video. So, this guy, you guys act like Air July wasn't throwing rocks and hiding his hands. You guys need to take a step back from Rippaverse echo chamber. Just look at situations as is. Eric failed to copyright the name of the character. It's a trademark lawsuit, not a copyright lawsuit, so first of all, get it right. I was like, he definitely wasn't, though. Most, if not all, hate thrown towards him was and is one-sided. Also, so it's okay for people to come out of pocket about people's moms and wives because you disagree or dislike the person you're feuding with. We have Wouldn't Like to Know. Dude, you need to leave the echo chamber. Isom is a name. You can't trademark a name. Also, with the way they attack him, you seriously think he should do nothing about it? Tell me you're a locale without saying it. It's clearly trademarked. You cannot trademark a name, you idiot. Just like when Air July trademarked Rippaverse. There's a difference between trademarking a company's name versus trademarking a name of a character. You cannot trademark the name of a character. He owns the rights, so if Air July had done a little bit of homework, he wouldn't be getting sued in the first place. Well, if the company that he's getting quote-unquote sued by, which he's not getting sued by the way, would have done any research, there are hundreds of places that are called Isom. So that means you'd have to go after every single one of them, and this is what these idiots fail to realize every single time. Right? He keeps making it worse by not shutting the F up till it's resolved. He obviously can't take any criticism. He's taken quite a bit of criticism, and most of the criticism that's thrown at him is not real criticism. It's just nitpicky garbage. Since the first thing he does is drop another disappointing comic book, according to who? According to people who don't buy it, according to people who don't pay for it, and according to people who complain about it. Cry about it more. That doesn't explain why Texas had succeeded in the first place. Succeeded? You mean seceded? Which is something that didn't happen in the book, I'm pretty sure. This whole veto versus pretty much started because he couldn't handle criticism. They did not give criticism. They gave a bunch of nonsense, nitpick garbage, like Isom putting his hand on Jasmine's shoulder is assault, and then lying about that garbage 5th grade teacher that he supposedly talked to. Meanwhile, the notes from that so-called 5th grade teacher that doesn't exist somehow had the same or similar notes to what Dick Masterson put out, which his reading comprehension is that of a 1st grader, and so is yours, clearly. Instead of fixing the problems with his book. The reason, again, this is an opinion. The reason why he keeps gaslighting his audience in the last 2 videos, because he knows fan base will never question him because he's anti-woke. No, he's anti-garbage comic books. He's anti-preachy comic books. He's anti comic book companies talking down to their fans and not appreciating them. That's what he's anti. I said Dick's notes were not criticism. Your reading comprehension must be as low as his if you think that. He literally came out and said his comic sucks without reading it. He pirated both books, and his notes for 2 were also not criticism. Nick picks of BS that were in the book because he's an illiterate F. He admitted to being jealous of Eric's success because his friend Vito wasn't anywhere near as successful. Stop lying for a BS artist. Because that's literally what it is. It's all garbage. It's really all garbage. Moving on to Rippaverse Goalposts account. From Ivan. Archive this one. The Rippaverse will likely be bankrupt by Q2, but it's not 2Q, it's Q2, by the way. 2024 due to unrealized gains of financial obligations. I doubt that. He has 3 more books coming. This next one is pure speculation. Of course it is, because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But personally, I think he'll celebrate by doing this, while divorcing his wife and choking down on at least 5 different of these. You're weird. Again, the gay fantasies and projections are strong with this one. Rippaverse started this cycle, according to V. Lamo, by taking down independent stores that were stealing his material, Patreons, no he didn't, and reviewers, no he didn't, because there's plenty of people who review the comic on YouTube that are still up, including myself. So stop lying. Who dare to speak negatively about his comic? Wrong. That's 100% wrong. Mr. Brady says, is Nerdrotic secretly a silent owner of Rippaverse? Y'all can't be this dumb. Oh wait, yes you can. Y'all are all probably fans of Buster Baxter, another dumb person. At this point, I'm surprised that Nerdrotic hasn't added Powered by Ice to his Twitter handle. I'm pretty sure at this point, if he ever saw this tweet, he'd probably do it just to troll you guys. And just to make fun of you. July created an unsustainable feedback loop with his community. I think I read this yesterday. By monetizing his haters. His hardcore fan base, the ones that give him their money. There are people who aren't hardcore fans of him and they want to support something independent. Now expect and demand that content. The only way out is with a hard reset. He doesn't have the temperament for it. No, he's going to keep making money. He's going to keep making millions. And you're going to keep being broke, you bald-headed wench. How about you go get a job and sustain a job before you try to give people any type of business advice? You keep doing this thing where you try to give people business advice and you can't even hold down a job according to your own family member who called you out on it. Secret info. Isom is either going to buy the Rippaverse company, they're not going to be able to, with Eric still in it, giving Eric even more money while continuing to produce comic books, but overtly Christianized and marketed under the Isom trademark. Or same thing, but it's going to happen on the down low instead. I doubt that. I don't think you understand. He's transitioning from that libertarian warehouse owner dream to that other dream of being bought out by a bigger company and getting many more millions of dollars for it. Yeah, that's not going to happen. You're too much of an idiot to know that, but it's fine. Another hater. Don't let this distract you from the fact that Isom 2 came in way under Isom 1 despite his fanboys bragging about buying multiple copies. Because, of course, fake comic book fans and people who don't actually know anything about the comic industry don't understand that number 2s typically always sell less than number 1s. That's just a massive cope. That's exactly what it is. An absolute massive cope. Racist hater says, Angela chimped out. Started flinging feces everywhere instead of handling like a real man. Oh, I gotta hear this. This will be an interesting one.
You got busted.
Oh, it's Big Daddy. Yeah, that, of course.
They know that you're using their name. You got to address this. You know, you're gonna have to.
He's definitely not using their name. You are a moron. You've been saying moronic stuff for a very long time, and you will continue to say moronic stuff.
Address it at some point. What are you going to do? Address it 5-10 years down the road? Once you're a multi-million-dollar franchise and
He's already a multi-million-dollar franchise. He made $6 million between 2 campaigns.
Your third movie into the trilogy. Like, oh no, wait a minute. It looks like we've been using this name. All of a sudden they take all of your money then? And it's like, no, it's best to take care of this now while it's still in the infancy. Yeah, but instead of... confronting the International School of Ministry like a man and settling this. Instead, like I say, he chimps out, starts flinging.
He literally has been, but okay.
Feces everywhere. Coming up with wild conspiracy theories, saying that Dick and or Vito is responsible for that.
Yes, because the receipts are under wraps. It's called having a lawyer that tells you the good things that you should be doing while it's under wraps. But again, you're not an intelligent human being.
Email that I just read. They were using an alt. I think Veto is the one that they really want to throw into the bus. Say it was Veto. Veto made an alt. Yeah, it's irrelevant though. This is the reasoning of a child, basically. Like it doesn't matter who dropped the dime and alerted the church that their trademark is being infringed.
Their trademark's not being infringed. You can't trademark a character's name. It's not an acronym. It's his name. You complete fool.
The bottom line is the trademark is being infringed. That's the fucking thing you're going to have to deal with and address. Yeah, but I guess the fucking CEO for the real ISOM, International School of Ministry.
You mean like all the other hundreds of ISOMs that exist in the world? Again, they're going to have to go after all of those if that's the case.
He sends out a tweet on Twitter because the Quartering, put out a tweet saying, whatever you need, Eric. Because Eric put out this fucking video where he, started flinging his feces like a chimpanzee.
Yeah, because that's not racist at all.
Blaming Dick and Vito for sending the email. Gay ops, it was gay ops. They wanted the gay ops. You imagine how that's...
Funny how you get so triggered by that. That's why he keeps saying it, because you guys keep getting so triggered over this stuff. Over him saying gay ops. That's why he keeps saying it.
Gonna go in court. They're running gay ops, Joanna. Like, does anybody know what the maximum fine and prison sentence is for running an internet gay op? No, the bottom line is it's irrelevant how they came about knowing that you're using their fucking name.
And he's not using their name. Again, you're a dumbass. But what can I expect from... What can I expect from this guy who's absolutely racist, who wants to talk about that Eric is using Brazilian people so he can underpay them? Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that moron. Definitely. God. Of course we have Organized Chaos. He's in here. We'll go through this real quick.
Buttons. Yeah, just go.
Okay, group shot. We need to count this. So 10. There's 10 guys over here. We got Gary, Nerdrotic. We got Az, Heels Perfect's Babyface, Ryan Canal, Dude I Don't Know, Quarter Black Garrett.
It literally says Comics Division. It's right there.
Disparu, Mahler, Shad, Chrissy, and X-Ray Girl, who... X-Ray Girl, I don't think has said a goddamn thing this entire video so far. Not a goddamn thing. In fact, I think I've seen her in multiple ones of these streams, and I don't think I've ever seen her fucking talk. She's...
Because you clearly haven't watched enough streams. The joke is that she only has 10 words to use, so she doesn't talk very often. Plus, she is the producer of Friday Night Tights, so she's more than likely doing stuff in the background and helping run the show while people are doing the show. It's what she was hired to do.
Just, like, sitting there. So is she, like, just there so you can have another woman there, or is she a video of a woman?
They also made that as a joke, too, that... Oh, look, we have more women, and we do it as a troll as well.
That you can pretend like there's more women in this group? I don't know. But let's go ahead and just admit we have 10 people here reviewing a movie, and not a single one of them understands how to review a movie whatsoever. They are completely clueless as to what type of things you critique a movie on, how you talk about movies.
They clearly know more about it than you because they have more views and they have more people listening to them and taking their advice on whether or not to watch a film.
Is how you analyze them. I mean, the closest thing we've got to a positive thing on here was Ryan Cannell saying he liked The Family at the beginning and then reversing that a few minutes later when it was clear that wasn't the norm. This is garbage. This is garbage.
Your whole channel is garbage. So, I mean, back with Boomafist, who's trying to take a victory lap, even though he's another one that doesn't know anything about how the comic industry works.
Not a crowdfunder. It's a campaign.
It's not a crowdfunder. It literally says pre-order campaign. Meaning the book is already done. A crowdfunder has to do with a product not being developed yet. Something that's in the process of being developed. It is not a crowdfunder.
It's definitely not a crowdfunder. It's a campaign. We're right at the end of that. And of course, take this moment to gloat. I was right. I was right.
And again, the products are still available. The products are still available. You can keep buying ISOM 2s and 1s, even though the campaigns end. But again, we're not dealing with smart people.
He's just a cunt hair under 2.3 million. And that's exactly what my prediction was. Booyah!
Good for you. No one cares. You look more pathetic because you're complaining about another person making money while you're sitting here looking at a wall with a camera and sounding really stupid.
Y'all need to start listening to Puma Fist more. I know my shit. I know.
Nobody needs to listen to you. You don't run a business. You don't have a successful business. I wouldn't listen to you about literally anything.
My shit. I might not seem like it, but I'm on the level. So anyway, let's see. The campaign just ended. Well, it's about to end. And so it's effectively over. Unless a whale comes in at the last second and goes, here's 200K. Yeah, that's...
Again, like I already showed, you could still buy ISOM 2 and 1 products. What's the problem? Again, these people don't understand that the products are still being sold even though the campaigns are over. The products are still available to purchase. So he will continue to make money even though the campaign is over. They try to compare box office to comic book sales, saying, oh, number 2s make more. Like, dude, this is a movie. And also, they don't make this much. This is revenue, not profit. Same thing with this. This is revenue, not profit. You can't really compare movies to comic books. Let's just stop. Let's just stop. Also, apparently, according to Nerdette, of course, Glenn Beck owns the soul of Eric July. Eric July is looking more and more like Shang Tsung in the MK1 story. Shang Tsung is cool, actually. If you watch it, you know more and more people are becoming disgruntled with him. No, they're not. And if he will need this Chronicle to save him at this point. These people are weird. But let's move over to this right here. Real quick, before we get into Buster Baxter. It's genuinely effing insane that Eric July is devoting the last 48 hours of his funding campaign to throwing a crybaby fit about a podcast to make fun of him. No, he's sitting here making millions of dollars while you're sitting there crying and not even breaking six figures on your book. Where's your millions of dollars? Oh wait, your book is delayed because this is what you decide to do instead. Do you really think this was going to help you sell comics? It actually did. It's funny you have a screenshot where it shows 2.281 million when the campaign ended at 2.351 million. So it made an extra 70 grand from the time that you were posting this. Don't you have a comic that's already late that you should be working on instead of complaining about Eric? This is more fun. So, and again, I put, don't be this guy. Do not be Vito and obsess over somebody else having success. Create your own thing, if that's what you want to do. Moving on over to Dicky Boy, Buster Baxter. Right? We're going to go through every single tweet that he decided to put on his Twitter today to essentially make fun of Eric. Starting with this one. This is, of course, a video. They obviously have it in their Discord. That's why you see this red line here. They put this in their Discord. Right? Look, these clowns really circling the wagons over a simple case of trademark infringement. And this is, of course, a video from that UmbrellaGuy. Right? Bro, he got it with me into me earlier. The reformed self-admitted former person told me that pull-up comment did not mean invitation to violence. It's not. It literally isn't. You're just a punk. I don't follow you. I have never seen your show, but I hate liars. Yeah, Eric July does these things to everyone who criticizes his comic. No, he doesn't. It's weird. His fans do it too. He's a gigantic kitty IRL, though. Even me shouting him on a stream turned him into a simpering little bee. I doubt that. You apologize like a bee yourself. I guarantee in real life you would get knocked down by Eric July. I'm sorry, you just would. Looking at your stature versus his stature, I don't think you'd stand a chance. And he boxes 5 days a week. I don't think you have any kind of chance. Maddox admits to suing me because he was getting made fun of. We're doing a bonus episode about it Wednesday. Then I'll go back to doing this to Eric July. Dude, you're weird. When I say quote the most horrendous stuff about Eric's wife, I'll let you know. I'm 1 out of 100 right now. Keep effing with me and we'll see how that changes, Eric. So you're going to continue to make fun of a man's wife. Something you don't have, by the way, it would seem. You're too unhinged for that, clearly. If Nina Infinity had just read Isom 1, none of this would be happening, so you wouldn't be crying like a little bitch. That's what would be happening. So you're throwing blame on somebody else once again. Because you decided to say something sucks without reading it, and then when you got called out by it, called out for it by Nina, you decided to whimper like a little girl and then pirate the book. And then have terrible notes and show how bad your reading comprehension is. Eric July can't write for crap. The people who buy his comics are complete losers. Again, where are your millions? How well is your whack book selling, by the way? The book that probably no one's read. True, honestly, Eric, just keep your mouth shut and don't bother me with this Maddox stuff out, and I might forget about you and your autistic comic book for losers. You've been given a gift from God. Bro, you are melting down like it's nobody's business. Eric does not give a crap about what you're tagging him in. You've been crying about him being tagged, you tagging him, and you're still going on about it to this day. Eric Juneteenth, this is so effing bad, and the Isom thing is even more bad, and I don't know, man. Here's to you coming out on top yet again. I hope Eric Juneteenth is able to get your plumbing fixed. Who has a smaller junk? Bruh. Eric July just can't read. By the way, this is not, those are all from yesterday. Now we're getting into today. He's still going. Still going. Comic books are for losers, yet here you are complaining about a comic book. Right? You read said comic books, meanwhile you just called yourself a loser. I'm sorry no one cares about your irrelevant self, and no one gives a crap about you. You have 55 likes on an account that has over 27,000 followers. You can't even muster up 100 likes, because no one cares. Absolutely no one cares. Where is it? This is an incredible post from the trademark attorney in the Isom vs. July case, arguing why the case has merit, important why Hops is meaningless, and that the only people who have a legitimate cause for legal action is me against obtuse gnome. From a random person on Reddit. That's your source? A random person on Reddit that you don't know. What credentials does this person have? Please tell me what the person on Reddit has credentials for. What other credentials this person has? What are the credentials? Because ain't nobody got time for that. The last thing we'll show is the biggest feud in the universe, which is one-sided. It's just you feuding with Eric and not Eric feuding with you. Y'all came out of pocket. Y'all were talking noise. And then you acting like it's a feud between the two of you. Eric July, after years of making YouTube videos complaining about the woke comic books and comic book adaptations, now he's going to make his own comic book universe. He crowdfunds $3.7 million. It's not a crowdfund, it's a pre-order. So right off the rip, you got it wrong. The first book will be Isom number 1. Vito predicts Isom will be bad because Eric isn't a writer. Again, sounds like an opinion, but Dick praises Eric's marketing skills in a bad way, by the way. They don't give you the full story of this trash marketing skills that the marketing skills that Dick is praising. He doesn't give you the full context of what he means by praising. Dick tells Vito to be friends with Eric to show his own comic Super Killer. Vito refuses, undoubtedly missing out on a bunch of pay pigs. So once again, calling people pay pigs. So I guess the people who would be buying Super Killer are also pay pigs, according to this statement right here. So once again, self-owning yourself and Vito. Everyone mocks Vito and calls him jealous. He is. You've admitted it on a live stream. Item 1 comes out, goes by. Months go by, no one reviews it. Yeah, plenty of people reviewed Item 1. You're just an idiot. Once again, you're dumb. That's odd for a community that complains about all media these days. There's no digital copy available. All his friends, most of whom have also reviewed, bought a physical copy, yet there are no reviews. Wow. You are really dumb. You can literally go on YouTube and there's a lot of Item number 1 reviews. I put my review out within, I don't know, a couple of weeks of the campaign ending. Come on, dude. Why are you lying? Dick asked Nina if any on live stream if Item was good. He asked her, what's your favorite part? She rips open the plastic and skims it, insisting both before and after that is good. Dick reviews it, it's bad. That's an opinion. Eric threatens Dick for his bad review. No, he doesn't. Pull up and streams about Dick for 5 days. Calls Dick a crack smoking hoe as N-word and Buster Baxter. Dick raps as Buster Baxter. Bunnies eventually become an anti-Eric symbol. You're trying to take it back, it's not working. Eric denies he ever threatened him with bad things because he didn't. Talks about he used to do this. Claims people misunderstood his outbursts because they are white. Okay, again, saying a bunch of crap with no evidence. Black comedian Manny Muscat says he obviously used pull up as a come fight me threat, which he didn't. Eric Zell uses pull up on an invite to a fan event. Yes, because pull up means have a conversation. But okay. Riley, quote, does this to get in shape in order to pull up and shave Eric's hairy shoulders. Yes, he actually did, because he said he would hold the man down and shave him. That's a threat. That is 100% a threat. Weirdo. Dick says selling a bad comic book, again, an opinion, and a half for almost $100 is a scam. That doesn't even come up to $100, by the way. It is. It's not a scam because a product is presented. A scam would mean they took the money and ran, which he did not. So once again, you're a moron. It is. No, it's not. Also asks, why are there no reviews? Because you didn't look for them. They've been on the internet for a year now. When a member of the reviewer community made something, Dick debates Eric and Eric's friends in a live stream, gets destroyed, argues about Isom being trash and or a scam. Yes. You called it a scam when it's not. You lied again. Turns into Dick having to argue that Vito isn't this to Eric's friends. He sounds like one from the tweets I read yesterday. And the fact that he likes that movie from Netflix. You think my friend's bad comic is bad? Well, your friend is this. Is a P to the E to the D to the O. These people are children. Ironic. Dick apologizes. Yeah, he apologizes, leaves the stream and starts talking crap because he's a big baby, because he got destroyed live on stream in front of thousands of people for being a freaking loser. Vito joins the stream and apologizes for every joke tweet that makes idiots think he is a P to the E to the D to the O. Eric's friends do this on Vito the entire stream. I doubt that. I doubt YellowFlash, I doubt Tug, I doubt anyone on that live stream did that. Especially the fat P to the E to the D to the O's, YellowFlash, and that UmbrellaGuy. You've never seen these people, so how would you know that they're this? And they're definitely not this. Canada introduced this recently, so they alternate between saying Vito and P to the E to the D to the O's should move there, like 100 times. Again, where's the video proof of any of these accusations you're throwing? Only EVS empathizes with Vito because he himself was falsely a bad guy from WW2. Sycophants post reviews of Item 1 praising the premiere packaging. Yeah, because packaging from mainstream is garbage. That's probably why. Dick investigates Eric July's donation to charity. You called it a fraud. Dick emails to charity. Oh, now it's Dick, right? It's not we anymore. Changing the story again. You buy Item 1 for half price. Eric sends the comic, not the money, to the charity. It's called Comic Books for Kids. It's a charity that receives comic books. There were a lot of people saying that $17.50 was its production cost, which is insane. It cost Eric less than $3 to print each comic. You have no proof of this. Dick calls it a scam. It's not a scam. Suspect some kind of tax fraud write-off angle. Eric donates $8,000 in money, not comic books. Charity tells Dick they didn't expect any money from Eric. No, they did not. God. Eric gets critics like Obtuse Gnome and Riley's parody banned With copyright abuse, no, it's called they were putting his full comic online, and it's illegal and against the terms of service of Twitter. Eric claims it is okay because critics obviously use pirated copies of Ice of One of their reviews. Because they did, there's no digital copies. Also, using pirated issue image is not a clause in DMCA. Yes, it is. Ignoring that you can't prove it's pirated. You can't prove it's pirated because there's no digital copies. He's never sold a digital copy of the book. So that's how you can prove that it's pirated. Eric and his fans pirate media to review it all the time. No, he doesn't. And no, they don't. They actually go to the theaters and Eric actually buys the comic books he reviews. What are you talking about? It's like lie after lie after lie, dude. Also, Eric is in theory an anarcho-capitalist. He should be against DMCA strikes. He's against false DMCA strikes, not ones that are valid, like against your dummies on the internet who pirated the book. They review ISOM too. It's somehow worse. Once again, an opinion. An immediate journalist, obtuse gnome, emails the ministry named ISOM, despite the fact independent journalist means any guy who calls himself a journalist. People think this is impersonating a journalist. Morons think it is Dick and or Vito. Many combine the ministry and the charity when saying Dick and Vito are in the wrong. You are. Ministry has a lawsuit prepared against Eric for trademark infringement. Eric's fans do not understand what trademark even is. Y'all don't. You're saying this, that they're doing harm to the ministry. You have no proof. You have no evidence. You're making shit up as you go because you always do. Dick finds a potential lawsuit against Eric hilarious. Vito feels bad. Vito offers to help Eric defend his trademark. Don't need somebody who's a terrible person to do that. Comicsgate takes it as a mission of guilt because he used the word we again. Yes. Stop using the word we. Maybe you wouldn't. Okada hates a lawsuit against Eric and says the ministry has no case, because they don't. He also says Dick and Vito obviously didn't send the email to the ministry. Eric's fans demand he rein Dick in or break up with him. Some fans, not all. Maybe a couple. I've said before on Twitter that I would never tell Nick how to run his show. Eric releases a video saying the ministry lawsuit is no big deal, implies he was sued Dick and Vito because it's all their fault, claims to have receipts. Eric's fans wish this on Dick and Vito because they can't write either. Again, you spelled it wrong. You spelled it wrong. And yet you criticize Eric for misspelling stuff and having bad grammar, but you have bad grammar yourself. Noel tweets Dick will have this done to him like a pig. Eric's lawsuit and it's all Vito, the greasy pedo fault. Null thinks they sent the email to the ministry and believes Eric has receipts. Yes, because again, your lawyers will tell you not to put all the information out there. Keep it secret. Fantasizes about the lawsuit doing this to Dick and Vito. Eric puts out an essay saying he will not appear on Makato's streams in regards to either lawsuit. He said he won't appear on anyone's streams, by the way. Vito changes his attitude and makes tweet/videos telling Eric to go F himself. Tweets that he's collecting evidence for a countersuit. There's no countersuit that's ever going to come out. Eric does a live stream where he says he's not suing anybody. He has no idea where someone would get that impression because he's never actually said that. He's never actually said Eric will sue anybody. Tweets that he will handle Dick and Vito in the future. Yeah. There's a lot of lies in here, by the way. There's a lot of things you lied about. I pointed out pretty much everything you've lied about because there's so many things in here that you lied about. But I think I've gone on long enough. I shared everything that needed to be shared here. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button, comment below what you feel about all this. You can support my channel by checking out the links below, like my subscribe star, my Streamlabs. You can leave a super thanks as well. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you get notifications anytime I post a new video. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.